wheels and bars.
Adventurer, my mistress demands your presence. You do still carry the encoded note you recovered in the bathhouse, I hope, for your sake. Of course! My mistress tells me everything. I am her prophet, after all. Now hurry! Lyranth and the Anchorite are waiting for you in the Bearer's Rest. It's an inn here in Fargrave. Oh, just a little something I like to refer to as the end of the mortal realm. You do remember the Waking Flame. You may have momentarily put a stop to their plans, but unless you get that note deciphered, their ultimate goal remains a mystery.
So you really came all this way to stop the Waking Flame from destroying Fargrave?
Something like that.
I don't think that big dog is gonna work here. Perfect.
Ah, there you are, little mortal. The encoded message you recovered from the bathhouse. That may be the key to determining the Waking Flame's next move and revealing the secrets I'm searching for. We must find someone who can decipher it. The masked mortal has the right idea. Fargrave sits on the threshold to everywhere. If there exists a being who can decipher this code, we will find them here. I'd prefer it if we could find someone other than Madam Whim to deal with, however. I have heard of the infamous Mazkin who calls herself Madam Whim. I find her practice of turning gossip into profit to be loathsome. But even a filthy Daedrat has its uses, I suppose. Take the note to her and pay whatever it costs for a translation. Go to Madam Whim's establishment, the House of Whims. Show her the encoded note and tell her we need it deciphered. I will meet you there. To make sure we have her undivided attention and that she understands this is more than a mortal's request. We know of each other. Perhaps our paths have crossed over the millennia, perhaps not. Whim has changed her name and appearance multiple times, or so I've heard. I have no doubt she will do so again, when Fargrave no longer amuses her. You saw what I saw when we first encountered Sister Seldina at the Waking Flame Conclave. Her infernal device can transform Daedra into incarnates, living disasters of immense power. They threaten Nirn, so you should hope I learn everything I can. We learned that Sister Seldina tried to use the votive runes to steal power from the mortals. Power she hoped would destroy the Daedra and allow her to conquer Fargrave. We stopped that plot, but this realm's many portals are too enticing to ignore. They are persistent, if nothing else, these Daganists. If they truly want to unleash their incarnates on Nirn, using Fargrave's portals makes the most sense. The hope, slender though it may be, is that the encoded note will tell us more.
Why, Lyrinth, my dear, it would be an honor to assist you in any way I can.
An honor, yes. Mortals, show Wim the note.
Oh, darling, how good of you to once again grace my fine establishment. And I see that my information proved useful. You found Lyrinth. Another customer, satisfied and content. Now, what can Madam Wim do for you this time? While I have many, many talents, deciphering written codes concocted by fanatical mortals is not among them. Are you sure I can't interest you in something a little more luscious? No? Pity. Very well. I may know someone who can help you. You wound me. I thought we were becoming friends. Talk to Gazmod the Collector. His villa on the west side of town contains quite the accumulation of Dagonic paraphernalia. Something in his collection should help, provided you can catch his eye. You owe absolutely nothing, my darling. Lyrinth agreed to cover your cost for this bit of inside information. Isn't she a dear? Now, do tell Gazmod that we miss them here at the House of Whims. The place hasn't been the same without them. Oh, don't concern yourself with that, dearest one. I never ask for more than a client can afford. There's no profit in that. When you have time, come back and let Madam Wim show you some of the wares that have made her the talk of Oblivion.
Go downstairs and rouse the anchorite. We'll want her with us when we talk to this collector. Meanwhile, I need to conclude our business here.
Conclude our business? How I love the sound of that. It makes me all a twitter.
I'm not here to play games, Wim.
But games are some of my favorite activities, dear Lyrinth. Come, let me show you what the House of Whims has to offer.
I can't tell if they're buddies or not.
Was Madam Wim helpful? Grab a drink and tell me all about it.
Okay, I think our masks are a little bit
I
different.
know I said I was going to help with the negotiations, but look, I don't want to talk about it. Some things are private, personal. You can't just walk up and demand I tell you my deepest, darkest secrets. Sorry. I agreed to talk about my name, my mask, everything. After you proved yourself, and you've certainly done that. When we first met, you asked about my name. Madam Wim gave it to me. I just arrived in Fargrave, and everything before that exact moment was gone. All I had was this mask. I didn't know who I was or where I came from. Still don't. Just one of Madam Wim's little jokes. Means I'm a recluse, a hermit. living a life of seclusion behind a mask I can't remove. Sometimes it feels like memories are stirring deep inside my mind. When that happens, I need a distraction. Because it feels like there's a war raging inside my skull. A war I can't win. Better to drink or whatever. Push them back down to stop the pain behind my eyes. That's my story. At least as much as I know. Now, tell me what Madame Wim said. I've heard of the Collector. Has a villa on the west side of the city. Never met them personally, but I assume they're some sort of Daedra. Makes sense considering their influence and where they live. I'll meet you there. I'll finish this and meet you at the Collector's villa. It's on the west side, in a neighborhood that's strictly Daedric. So be careful, and watch your step until I get there. Where else was I to go? I assumed I awoke in Fargrave for a reason. I stayed to find that reason.
Time to go, little mortal.
To the Collector's villa, as soon as I finish my drink.
Go. We will catch up. I want to hear more about the Anchorites' missing memories.
Jesus. That's a tall person. Or Daedra or whatever. Sheesh, I thought Larenth was tall. I mean, not Larenth, what's her face? You'd know if you saw her. God, I gotta learn this city. Not crazy about the architecture. Collector.
This mask, it intrigues. It must become a part of Gazmod's collection.
Friend? Why don't you talk to the Collector?
It approaches. It dares speak. Will it offer the mask to compensate for such insults? It invokes Madame Wim. Wants what belongs to Gazmod and Gazmod alone. It is presumptuous. Leave our gaze. Gazmod no longer wants to look upon it.
I meant no insult by having my mortal speak to you, Collector. We merely seek to borrow a Daganic codebreaker.
Since you're clearly interested, I'll allow you to examine my mask.
No. The Arocs must not leave the gallery. But Gazmod will peer at its mask. This way, mask wearer.
Come, little mortal. We must find the Arocs. Perhaps the gallery is beyond that door.
Okay.
The Collector let slip that they have a codebreaker called the Arox. We must find it. It appears not all of Gazmod's collection consists of relics.
Knocking. Interesting.
It dares enter our collection. Does it not know we see through many eyes? Collection is as dangerous as it is beautiful.
Perhaps the Daganic relics lie beyond that. This gallery contains but a single display. See what it is, mortal.
I am Arox, the Mutilator, terror of the Deadlands. Release me from the few things that walk the Deadlands can hear the name of Arox, the Mutilator, and not soil themselves.
Consider me terrified.
Sweet freedom at long last! Arox, you have set Arox free. Free! Arox owes you a debt of honor, and Arox will pay it, no matter how long it takes. You have my word. But pray tell, who do I owe this enormous debt of gratitude to? Question not this pitiable form, mortal. For within it beats the heart of the terror of the Deadlands, the sunderer of the seven skies, and the warrior of the floating wastes. I am Arox the Mutilator! And yes, I currently occupy this Daedric body. Taking it codes. Easy as ripping the ears off a banekin. Arox is fluent in the many tongues of the Deadlands. No code can hide its meaning from the Mutilator's eyes. Speaking of eyes, we should leave this place before the Collector looks this way. I have already pledged to honor my debt to you. I will decipher every scroll in the Tower of Lord Dagon's Viscount Scrivener, if that is what you desire. I swear my fealty to you, mortal master. My life and my skills are yours to command. With pleasure, mortal master. Your pack is perfect, master. And I found the encoded note. I will work on translating it forthwith.
We have a Daedrat. Wonderful. Now let's...
Gazmod sees the intruders. Now we shall demonstrate the power of our collection. Perhaps they will amuse us as our collection is destroyed. monstrosity will destroy it.
Quickly, through the door and find the anchorite before the collector returns.
Hey, a little help here? That floating surprise wants to make me a permanent part of their collection. Thanks. Let's get out of here and return to Madame Wim's.
Master! Arox has deciphered the note. Daedric troops from Burning Gyre Keep in the Deadlands are preparing to invade Fargrave.
Well done, Rat. Mortal, find out what else the note contains.
That Daedrat talks?
Did you hear what I said, mortal master? Volcanos Nokvraz prepares to send the most fearsome Daedric troops in all the Deadlands to this Nexus city. The destruction will be glorious! It is addressed to some despicable cur named Sister Seldina. A weak-sounding mortal name if ever I heard one. Why one of Mehrunes Dagon's most powerful warlords, not as powerful as Arox, mind you, would deign to aid a weak-named mortal baffles me. Yes, right. Troops stand ready at Burning Gyre Keep. Send word when Fargrave's defenses fall, and the invasion will begin. Dremora blades will take the city, not your incarnates. That is every word, mortal master, whose name is in no way weak.
Why does everybody in this storyline have weird voices? Troops stand ready at Burning Gyre Keep. Send word when Fargrave's defenses fall and the invasion will begin. Dremora blades will take the city, not your incarnates.
Let us make haste, master.
An excellent idea, Mortal. Use the Plaza of Portals to reach the Deadlands. We'll rendezvous at Burning Gyre Keep.
To the Deadlands, eh?
place smells wonderful, Master. Like
What in oblivion was
after
that?
a battle.
Great power was just unleashed inside the keep. Hurry, mortals. We must see what's going on inside.
You required a demonstration of the power of an incarnate, Nochrog. Your Daedra will reform. Eventually.
Oof. Stay alive, bro. Stay alive. That. Come on. Fucking shards? Seriously? Damn it. Kill him, dude. Kill him. You're welcome.
You came back. All enemies up. The Sorrow.
Nice.
Looking for...
Oh, the Deadlands. Of course. That's why it wasn't on the map.
You put too much faith in these abominations, Saldina.
With the Riven Cataclysm, Fargrave will fall. And then, Nern.
I didn't figure I could be that lucky.
Examine it, mortal.
Blade Bearer
It is the
sword.
Blade Bearer's crest. This is not their fortress. Why would that broken sword be here?
How many more failures must we
Pool of energy. Okay. That did anything. Bro is still not taking damage. Hello. That worked. Good on them for making this like kind of challenging. Yeah, that was a cool fight. That was a cool fight.
You see failure, I see opportunity. Let's head to the Riven Cataclysm. I have a legion of incarnates to create.
We should leave too. Quickly, mortals, into the portal.
Glorious victory! Arox the Mutilator must scratch furiously to celebrate!
What is Lyranth doing? I don't want to interrupt her meditation.
Sister Seldina. Twice now, you helped me stop her from harming Fargrave and its people. Thanks for that. I'm not sure why Lyranth chose us, or what she really cares about in all this. But as long as the cult threatens my city, I'll stand by you.
Uh-huh. And where did you get that kebab? What the... It looks like shrimp? Maybe like chocolate stuffed shrimp? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want one. That's all I could think about while she was talking. Oh, let me hear that again.
Sister Seldina. Twice now, you helped me stop her from harming Fargrave and its people. Thanks for that. I'm not sure why Lyranth chose us, or what she really cares about in all this. But as long as the cult threatens my city, I'll stand by you. Yeah, I heard. I may not remember who I am, or where I came from, but I found a purpose in Fargrave. That's what keeps me going. Protecting the city and its people. I won't rest until we stop Sister Seldina and the Order of the Waking Flame.
We stopped Seldina's ritual and forced her to retreat to Burning Gyre Keep. There, instead of allowing her to summon Nokraz's promised army, we defeated her incarnate. Now she's on the run, back to her Riven Cataclysm. That device intrigues me. And do not forget that Nirn is her ultimate target, little mortal. She plans to use Fargrave to sacrifice your realm to Dagon. But Seldina figured out a way to change the very nature of a Daedra. Truly change it. That bears further investigation. A question I must ponder. There are few places I can think of to hide such a device. None of them pleasant. And there are the blade bearers to consider. Why was their sword in the keep? For now, take this as a reward. That is the mortal custom, yes?
Yeah, it's a mortal custom to give people pants when they do something for you.
Are you ready to resume our hunt for the Riven Cataclysm, little mortal?
Here's some
I
pants.
assumed you'd want time to sample Madame Wim's delights, or explore the splendors of Fargrave. No? Very well. Let us go before more incarnates are unleashed upon the city. You are not wrong in your summation, but we are not without avenues to explore. Remember the broken sword hilt you found at Burning Gyre Keep? It carries the mark of the Blade Bearers clan. The Blade Bearers are a Dromora clan who forged their own path. They have no allegiance to Mehrunes Dagon, so I find it curious that their crest was found on a broken sword in the keep. I want to determine their involvement. With your aid, of course.
Of course.
The Blade Bearers are nomads, but we should find them at a settlement called Wretched Spire. That's in the Sever region of the Deadlands. We must talk to their kinreeve, Rincaius. I will meet you there. And bring Arox. We may have a use for him.
Get in the bag, Arox.
You are unlikely to find any of Mehrunes Dagon's servants in Wretched Spire, Master. Long ago, the Prince of Destruction commanded that no Daedra among his legions should look upon that place, or even speak of it. He was quite insistent. Never heard of him, but I do not trust him. I will watch him closely, Master. Sniff out his intentions. I have a keen sense of smell in this otherwise pathetic form. I'd prefer to be huge and powerful again, of course. But this form has some uses. I do not know. Lord Dagon wasn't in the habit of explaining his commandments. I heard the entire town was dropped into the Deadlands from someplace else, but I was never curious enough to investigate further. Sorry to have failed you, Master.
I see the last of the Fool Killers still consorts with mortals.
And I see a blade bearer who could use a new perspective.
You travel a strange path, Lyrinth. I won't ally with kin such as you.
I was not offering an alliance. Mortals, speak to Rincaius. Tell him about burning Gyre Keep.
Mortals in the Deadlands exist only at Mehrunes Dagon's sufferance. They grovel in his cult, toil as his slaves, or skulk and hide in places such as this, in the hope he will forget about them. Which are you? And why do you seek the Blade Bearers? No Blade Bearer would willingly enter a fortress loyal to Lord Dagon. I'm in search of my clan members who disappeared, however. You say you found one of our swords at Burning Gyre Keep. Tell me, what do you know of the Order of the Waking Flame? Strange. The Blade Bearers I sent in search of the missing kin reported rumors of a dangerous mortal device of some sort. And they disappeared as well. Perhaps they encountered the Waking Flame. Tell me about these incarnates. If Dagon's servants struck down my kin to protect this device, I will punish them. But first, they must be found. My scouts followed rumors to Xynoes's jail and Jin's foundry before they vanished. I will begin there. You may accompany me. Jind is a Dremora Kinmarcher. She studies relics and devices. Zainoaz is Zivilai. He studies pain. They are both subordinates of Valkanaz Novkroz, who you say you encountered at Burning Gyre Keep. Kinmarcher Jind oversees a foundry in the Sever, not far from Wretched Spire. Zainoaz is a master, a place of suffering. My scouts reported that both seek information about mortal dealings, each in their own way. It is unusual for two high-ranking lieutenants of Valkanaz Novkroz to suddenly concern themselves with mortals, yes. Novkroz has nothing but contempt for your kind. Is that all? I grow impatient. Ika, Drozu, stay vigilant. It's possible our clanmates will return while I am gone. Surprising, but acceptable. I expected you to be killed on your way here. Perhaps you are more capable than you appear. This is the foundry of Jind, Kinmarcher under Valkanaz Novkroz. Here she supervises Dremora who study and devise things of interest to the Valkanaz. Look for strange devices or documents about mortal machines in Jind's foundry. I will search for signs of my blade bearers and question any churls I find. There is a ritual site to the north. Meet me there when you finish searching the foundry. That would be an inefficient use of my time and abilities. Do not expect me to guard you, mortal, but if you die, as mortals are prone to do, I shall inform Lyranth at my convenience. I've had few dealings with Kinmarcher Jind, but I have reservations about any Dremora who dabbles in mortal inventions. It is an unseemly habit. Dislike? One must be familiar with something to dislike it. I am unfamiliar with your kind and not especially curious. You are simply unimportant. I mean no insult. I'm sure you are very important to you, as far as mortals are concerned. Comfort is not a concept I give much thought to. It is something mortals seek, to protect them from fears and cares. Or so I have heard. Dremora know little of fear, so the relative merits of being comfortable or uncomfortable are meaningless. I will only wait for a brief period at the ritual site after I complete my own investigations. Search quickly if you wish to compare notes.
That Rinkias doesn't know what to make of you, Master. He seems like the suspicious type. strange drawing, Master. Does Jind intend to construct this thing? Find it. There it is. Touch it, and you hear the victim's last thoughts. I knew that my enemies take the best death, even if I didn't. Narkross thinks he can make his own catalyst. Let them kill me. He'll never match Sister Sylvia's brilliance. Narkross is to undermine the mortal Seldina. Two factors vying for Lord Dagon's favor. Let us hope for rivers of blood. Mortal woman dares command Jind? And Nokfrost? Arrogant. Why does she need so many Dremora?
I thought Jind would slice your flesh to ribbons. You are sturdier than you appear. Mortals have too many expressions. Your face tells me nothing. Did you find anything at the Foundry, or did you fail at your task? For what purpose? Prince Dagon commanded Valknaz Novkroz and his subordinates to assist the mortals of his waking flame cult. Or so I heard. If the mortals devised a tool for the prince's use, why would the Valknaz need one of his own? This reeks of mortal lies and trickery. Mortals do not enslave kin. And yet, I found signs left by my blade bearers. Kin of many clans gathered here before they were taken somewhere else. Yes. Kin are not to be used by mortals. The very thought offends me. I must find signs of my missing clanmates. Meet me near the jail of Xanawaz. The area features many deep ravines. Do not fall into one and die. You are not a blade bearer. You have no means to perceive the secret symbols of my kin. We are of oblivion, made of its substance. It is a simple thing to leave an impression that others of our clan can sense. We are blade bearers. All the kin of my clan are pact-bound one to another. The clan pact unites us in purpose, attunes us to each other. I know my kin, and can see what they wish me to see, others cannot. It is a connection that can never be broken. The clan pact shapes us. It defines our essential nature. Blade Bearer is not an allegiance, it is what I am, what I ever will be. Should this form be destroyed, I will respawn in a new body. But the clan pact remains. We do not die, mortal. We will investigate the Zivilai, Xanawaz. I will meet you there, if you survive the journey. The Zivilai will grind your mortal bones to ash if he sends you here. Xanawaz is one of Valknaz Novkroz's most fearsome underlings. He commands... I do not know if he and Jind work together for their master or if they compete for his approval. Blade bearers would not allow themselves to be seen by you, so do not waste your time looking for them. Search for information about the mortal device that drew my scouts to this site. I will look for my kin. You exhaust me with all these questions. Are all mortals so uncertain? There is a scouts camp north of Xanawaz's jail. I will await you there, but do not dawdle. My patience is extremely limited. Zivilai are reckless creatures. They rely on wild emotion and brute strength instead of skill and strategy. Dangerous to the weak or the unwary. You are still here. Was I not specific enough in my warning? Stay alert, mortal. You seem to handle yourself well, but Xanawaz is dangerous.
If Rincaius knew that Aerox was your protector, he would be more courteous. My wrath is legendary among the Dremora clans. What a poorly crafted runic crux. Whatever ritual they plan to use will most likely fail. hatchings? They really are trying to build their own cataclysm master.
Enough. You are not one of these monsters. Daedra. Tormentors. They questioned me. Wanted me to demonstrate how to inscribe the runes. I tried to resist. Tell Sister Seltina. I tried. The Cataclysm's runic crux. The focus of its power. These Daedra wanted to make their own. I didn't tell them everything. Tell Sister Seltina. I did not reveal the Blind Seer's final gift. I never met him, but he invented the Cataclysm. We followed his schematics. The day of Lord Dagon's triumph draws near. I hope to see it. Damn Nokfraz and his torturer. Hidden. Safe. Nokfraz envies us. Hates Sister Seltina. Nokfraz fears that mortals will bring about Lord Dagon's triumph. Not Tremora. So he had me tortured. Help!
Weakling. He probably didn't even provide the torturer with much sport.
You have found information. Perhaps you have proven yourself a useful companion after all. What have you learned? Of course. Akanaznov Cross refuses to accept that the mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon can succeed where he has failed. A useful insight. What else did you find out? Blind seer. That means nothing to me. Nor can I make sense of the drawing. The runic crux, however. The work seems poorly done. Xynoaz's methods have their limitations. I found something as well. A hidden message from my blade bearers. My kin learned little that we did not already know. They waited here, hoping to trail a waking flame messenger back to Sister Seldina. Since they are not here, it must have worked. Which leaves us no closer to finding this mortal device, or my kin. Defective parts, strange scribblings, the inventions of a blind seer. I hope Lyranth learned more in Fargrave.
The inventions of a blind seer. Interesting. I believe we know his name.
Elagian. That's what I remembered earlier. Lyranth helped me.
Elagian? That old lunatic? He was locked in the blood pit last I knew.
Did that Daedrat talk?
His pathetic form holds Aarox the Mutilator, Titan of Destruction! Master, let's talk. Not so long ago, the blood pit trembled at the mere rumor of my approach. They cowered before me. I first encountered Elagian there. He was quite mad. Probably still is. I'm not sure what he'll be able to tell you, Master. The Blood Pit is a foul prison that I once oversaw. When I was cursed, I awoke there in this reduced form, cast down with others who offended Mehrunes Dagon. That's where I met Elagian. He was locked in a prison within the prison. The Durance Vile. Master, I am not sure if Elagian knows who Elagian is, or why he is there. You'll see. The Blood Pit lies northwest of Burning Gyre Keep. I can guide you, but the presence of powerful Daedra not aligned with Prince Dagon will be noticed. The Blood Pit imprisons disloyal Daedra with mystic wards. Lyranth and the Blade Bearer would have to shatter those wards to enter. Mortals, walls and locks are enough to bar your path. Your Dremora allies cannot come with us. I was imprisoned there before I escaped, only to be captured by the Collector. Damn his many eyes! They never were able to overcome my natural immunity to the wards. Something to do with my position before I was cursed, I imagine. Probably not. Mortals are delicate about such things. The Blood Pit is a cruel place, Master. Prince Dagon sends his enemies there to suffer. Mortal prisoners do not last long, unless they are valuable in some way. Let us depart, Master.
Let's meet at the Blood Pit. If I know Elagian, maybe he knows me. No one's come in or... The Blood Pit. If names are omens, then this is a dire one. After what Aarox told us about the place, I admit I wouldn't want to set foot there until we exhausted every other lead we had. I'm not sure. Wouldn't a place like this leave scars you couldn't forget? I don't know. And what does it matter? However we met, I just hope Elijah can tell me who I was before this mask was adhered to my face. It would also be nice if he can tell us something useful about the Riven Cataclysm. There, an overseer. Let's see what's going on.
The blind old fool is useless. All he did was babble about nonsense.
He is becoming resistant to the elixir, Valkenar's Knockross. There's nothing to be done.
Nothing to be done? Be grateful that I am not my predecessor, Aarox the Mutilator.
I guess Aarox was big shit here.
Knockross is weak. I would have killed the Overseer for her failure.
Careful. Overseer on the left.
Aarox the Mutilator to return. Aarox never left. I had him cursed. Turned him into a Daedra.
Knockfrost? He did this to me? That bloodless ash pile!
Improve
Dang.
things before I return. And forget things. He's no longer wrinkled.
The Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elijah's Durin's Vial there. The Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elegian's Durin's Vial there.
That map was obviously drawn by a prisoner.
Look up there! Nokvros returns!
Have you completed your interrogation, Falconer's Nokvros?
Nothing but a waste of time. Just more of the same. Secure the Durance Vial until I return. I must go. That tiresome mortal Seldina insists on my presence. Improve the elixir before my next interrogation.
He's getting away! I'll kill him!
Durance Vial.
I remember the smells of this place. The old seer should be behind a glowing door.
So close, but one more obstacle. Any ideas? If Aarox is right, Elegian is behind that glowing door. That's a lot of security for one old blind seer, though. I guess we need to figure out how to open Elegian's cell if I really want to talk to him. Yeah, I thought so too. But what if something in my past is terrible? What if that's why I can't or won't remember? All right, let's do this. I think we can use lucent crystals, just like back at the bathhouse in the shambles. Lucents can be charged with energy and used to activate all sorts of things, like opening that door, maybe. Gather some lucents and look for a dynamis font to charge them. There's got to be one around here. Maybe on the balcony up above? Spend any amount of time scavenging in Fargrave or various realms of oblivion, and you'll run into a few of these Daedric devices. Lucents are usually easy to find. The tricky part is locating a dynamis font that still works. Gather a few lucent crystals, preferably a charge.
I remember. There's a rune of unsealing on the balcony above. It unlocks the cell door, Master.
Charge lucent. Grab it and place it in the discharge. Now place the charged lucent in the discharge labyrinth.
The masked one speaks true. We need charged lucents.
activate the Rune of Unsealing before an Overseer comes round.
Good. The sooner we finish with the old seer, the sooner we can punish Knockfrost.
That did it. Now let's see what Anagian can tell us about cataclysms.
A noise! Is someone there? No. No more visions. I don't want to drink anymore. Drink, brink, sink.
Oh no, he's crazy.
The blind seer is mad. I warned you, Master.
That's him.
Can you hear all of them? I hear all of them. Pour the season on the coals. All good children get sweet rolls. More questions? No more questions. Is it the season of blossoms yet? That was always my favorite. All my ideas gone. They poured them out, and now I'm an empty bottle. So empty. Sometimes everything is right again. Usually not. But so many, many questions. I won't answer them unless... Do you smell flowers? Flowers, cowers, showers.
Knockfrost mentioned an elixir, didn't he? If you can find one, maybe it'll calm him down.
Taste of spring.
Ooh, bile. Delicious. But probably not what you'd use to clear a mortal's mind. That smells wrong. All heat and mortal sweat. Trust me. That smells like rendered okram fat. I like it, but it might kill the old seer. That bottle smells of Nern. I hate it. But this ridiculous nose of mine is not wrong. Try it, Master. Pour it on the braziers. My mind grows still, free of those awful visions. I do not know you, stranger, but I thank you. And the others I hear. The elixir grants me only a few moments of clarity, so speak swiftly. What do you ask of me? That vile creation. Knockfrost was just here asking about it. The Riven Cataclysm is my burden, my punishment, my greatest sorrow. I did not realize the purpose my designs would be turned to. Why do you seek it? Yes, I believe you speak true. Destroying it would be good. You can get to the Cataclysm by going to Annihilox's summit. Knockfrost speaks freely in my presence. He thinks me mad, that I hear nothing. Well, I am mad, and blind, but I'm not deaf. The Anchorite? No, I've not heard that word. But I sense my work. She wears my mask, doesn't she? I crafted that cursed item. It suppresses memories, both the wearers and those who knew the wearer. Everyone forgets. Speak quickly, stranger. I cannot tell you who I made the mask for or why. The enchantment I devised does not simply abolish the wearer's memories. It erases the wearer from the memory of anyone who knew her. Whoever she was, that person is forgotten. Of course not.
The mask hides who she was, not who she is now. Think twice before you seek to unbind the mask from your friend. That curse was most likely put in place for her own protection.
You seem like a kindly old owl. I wish I could help you.
A kindly old owl. I remember a young girl called me that once. I have something for you.
Something for me? What is it?
This amulet. I've been saving it for so long. For you, I think. Now go. My mind. Kind, wind, blind. It fails with a storm.
A sewer on the east wall. That's our exit, Master. We should hurry and return to Wretched Spire.
Goodbye, old oak. He remembered my mask and this amulet, but he didn't remember me.
Interesting. You appear to have survived Dagon's worst prison and suffered little to no damage. And your demeanor suggests that you succeeded in your mission, though the anchorite seems distressed. Tell me, what happened in the Blood Pit? I know an Ilark summit, a high peak in the Sever, inhospitable to mortals, and Dremora for that matter. Few go there. It would be a perfect place to hide the Riven Cataclysm. But what's wrong with the anchorite? Did Elegine recognize her? Did he know? The Cataclysm and the mask. This Elegine is clever indeed. I am more determined than ever to examine the Riven Cataclysm in detail. We must also keep the Waking Flame from misusing it, of course. Patience, mortal. You have done well. Take pride in your accomplishments and accept this minor token of my appreciation. With Rincaius, Arox, and the Anchorite at our side, we may yet complete both our missions. Prepare yourself. We move out shortly. Look at us, little mortal. Forced to accept the word of a blind old seer. Imprisoned and driven mad in Mehrunes Dagon's blood pit. If Elegine is to be believed, we'll find Sister Saldina and the Riven Cataclysm at the summit. Come, little mortal. Let us speak.